So while creating repositories on GitHub, we can choose to make it public or private. So public repositories are accessible to everybody. Anyone can see that repository on GitHub. And a private repository can only be accessed when granted access by the owner of the repository. So here in the settings, and we can change the visibility of the repository. We change it to private or public from here. And something, for example, like delete this repository, this is only available to the owner of the repository. So this is the visibility. Now we can also make collaborators on a repository. So if we're working on a team and we have collaborators, I'm working on the same repository, the owner can add collaborators from here. So other person will get an invite and he will have accept the invite to become a collaborator. So even if it is a private repository, that person will be added as a collaborator and can make changes, push and pull, and certain changes like deleting cannot be done by a collaborator. So now we have a README file almost in every big repository. We see this README file. For example, this repository have a lot of folders and files, but it has this README file where there is information about the whole project. For example, here the project is on React, so is definition and installation links and documentation examples, everything is given. So there are a lot of types. For example, there are links here, there are code, blocks of code, there are just text, heading, and all. So we can create this file in a repository. This has to be a .md file, which is called Markdown. So this converts a file to an HTML. So we have this. This is called Markdown. And we have to follow a particular syntax. So this gets similar to an HTML file. For example, we can use this hash symbols. One will be the biggest heading is for heading. Then we go to hash, for example, and give a space and then the heading. So this will be smaller. So you will see the corresponding how it is displayed in the readme file. This for horizontal lines with hash, we see we get the heading here. You use these brackets to see this symbol. And then we have this two star for a bold text. We can use underscore also. So this will convert whatever is here in a bold text. And then one asterisk for an italic text. Similarly with underscore. We use this symbol two times on both sides of the text to make it like this. So we have all the ways in which we can display the text. So you can also create block quotes and like this they will get it and they can be nested also. So you can use this arrow symbols to make them nested. One arrow, then two and three. So we see them nested like this. Then we can also create list. This is for an unordered list. We can also create list with this. We can either do it like this plus sign and then give a space and then again plus sign and minus sign, or you can just use this like this, and then you can give two spaces. So we have inside of the list another list. So this is how we can write this. So this is unordered. For ordered, write it like this with numbers. You can also put blocks of code in a README file. Now, first of all, to highlight something, we have the single quotes. So you see this highlighted like this. So if you want it to display like in a box, whatever code we want to display, we have this backticks, three backticks, and between both of these, we have to put whatever code we have or a text also. Now we want this code to be displayed in a particular language. We have to specify that, for example, JS for JavaScript. So this we have a JavaScript code little snippet here. So this will be displayed like JavaScript. You can also have tables here. This is the right syntax to make these tables. You can also provide links in this. So with these brackets inside of this, we have to write whatever we want to display here. There is link text, and then in another bracket we can provide the link on which we wanted to redirect. It can be any link. You can also provide images here in the image part, and then if you want name with the exclamation mark here, you have to write the image is loading. You can have this name, and you can have these other plugins, emojis, etc. Footnotes like this. With first and second, we have this use this symbol. Abbreviations also. So there are a lot of things that we can display on a README file. to put inside a Git repository with this markdown syntax. So to do that, now we create in a folder where we have this repository in master branch. We create the new file readme.md. We commit that. First, we had some changes from GitHub. We have to pull that here, and then we push this new readme file. And the new changes we push repository. And first, inside the readme file, we write something. For example, this will be given as the heading with this hash, then some text. For example, if we give a link here with this, I can want to redirect it to Google. And you save this and you make the commits, and then you push. So we get this in the browser. We have this displayed like the corresponding HTML. This is the actual file. This in now we have GitHub GIFs. And GIFs are like GitHub repositories, but they have very few features in like GitHub repositories has a lot of features. In comparison to that, GIFs has very few features, and it is a simple way to share code snippets and other fragments of work with others. And they're easy to create and share. So this is a GitHub list, for example. And this is mostly also an md.md file. So we have similar markdown syntax. We have already displayed these code snippets of it, all the steps written. We will do it like this and share it with a team. So this is uploaded here. We can go on our profile and create a gist from here. A file name and it can be secret or public. So we can only access it through the link. In public, anybody can see the public list. So can add whatever I want here. Now we have GitHub pages. So GitHub also has a feature where it can host web pages. So it can only be very simple web pages with only front end, only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So no backend can be hosted here. So it is not a proper hosting website, but it can have this function to host and publish some web pages. So we can only add simple web page with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And for that, we have to create an index.html file, which will be the main file that will be used to display to host the website. So here we create a new branch, we switch to web pages branch, and we create the file index.html there. And we add some simple HTML code to display on the website. We will make the commit and push to the pages branch. This new branch is created with the index.html file. Now we have to go into the settings, and we have to go on the pages, and we have to select the pages branch, name of the branch and directory. This is in the root directory. You can also create another folder. This box directory, you can save that, and then you will get this link after some time initially. So a website is hosted here. You go to the main policy, this is the web page that we have. So this is a simple way. By using GitHub, we could post a simple web page. Now, if we are working, a centralized workflow is when there is only one single branch, which is the master or main branch, and everybody is working on that one single branch. So this will not be efficient if there are a lot of team members that are working on the same branch. So they are doing their own work, and when they pull and pull, so they will create many conflicts. For example, somebody else is working on some different feature, and this one person is working in some different feature. So while using push, it can generate an error. For example, when pull is not done. So when many people are working, so this has to be merged every time, and somebody else is working on the same branch. So the work should be merged, pulled and merged first, then pushed from this one person. So this will create a kind of conflict every time. And also when the code is not proper, it is not tested properly, so it cannot be merged right away. It cannot be pushed from the master branch. But if another person has to work on the same, so that should be pushed on the branch for other person to then work. So this will create problems. So it is always good to have multiple branches for multiple features. When you have a new feature, when you want to do something new, we should always create a new branch. And we can share that branch with others. And then when it is sure to be added, then it can be merged with the main branch.